In this video, we're going to talk about the theme options panel, and that's where I am right here. Theme options panel. This does a various multitude of options and features on your site. And where I'm at is I'm at almost the very bottom, right above members, and below photo gallery. You see theme options. That's where I'm at. There's a bunch of different little things. I'm going to cover most of these, not all of these, because some of these sections are related to other areas, such as your cart, your shop. I'm not going to cover that, because that's for something else, something entirely different. But most of this stuff is self-explanatory. I'm going to kind of go over those things and the basics to kind of get you familiar with your theme, that we built for you. All right. First thing, when you first come to General, you're going to see logos. That's pretty easy. Here's your logo, so if you ever need to change it, you can just hit upload and grab it from your computer or wherever you have it. Has the ideal size set up. Below that is your favicon. If you're not sure what a favicon is, if you look right up here in my browser, you see this little world next to the name of your tab, right? That means because you haven't uploaded the favicon. So, for instance, if I do CNN, if it wants to load, see that little logo? That's their favicon. So that's what we put right there. So we can set something up. If you need me to set one up for you, tell me and I'll set it up. This is where you upload it, and it's specific in file type and file size, meaning it has to be 16 by 16, and it has to be a .ico file. And of course, if you have me do that, I'll take care of it. Before I forget, right down here in the bottom right, we have save. Obviously, that makes sense. Restore defaults. This is very important to remember. This restore defaults resets your entire panel. It doesn't mean restore defaults for this particular tab. So if I'm on contact section, for instance, and I enter whatever, oh, that's a mistake, and let me restore to what it was before. If you click this, not only does it reset this, it resets everything. This entire options panel. So the members, the pages, the typography, all that. It's not per tab. So be very careful for that. Be very careful with that. All right. So that's that. Meta information. This is for SEO. I would recommend you get an SEO plugin to start working with SEO, getting keywords, descriptions, pages to help your site be found and indexed on Google. If you don't have one, you can put stuff in here, such as sports recruiting site, or whatever your description of of your site is, and then your key SOT. Yeah, this is going to happen a lot with me in spelling. Custom keywords, so something like sports or high school recruiting, whatever the case may be. That's what that is for. But I suggest an SEO plugin actually, and I can assist you with that. But just in case, that will get you started. Footer. I guess we'll update this over here. That's self-explanatory, right? Your footer rights. Let me update this. There we go. Contact. This is the system default email. I have nothing in here because I don't want the email, and you need to enter the email that you want. So if that's info at xcelcollegerecruiting.com, if it's brian@gmail, whatever that is, that's just by default system email for notifications and things like that. Your home page. We have a lot going on here, so let's actually start back at the slider. Okay, you can do a couple things here, and the main reason that idea here is we can control your banner. So this main page, this main banner here, we can do things like change the animation. Do we want it to play by itself or not? Do we want to pause and hover? How much time between the slides? Things like that. So that's all self-explanatory, but really quick, let me show you. So let's say we want it to slide from bottom up. All right, save it, refresh. Now instead of the fade that we had on there before, I can do this instead. Maybe you think that's cool, or horizontal slide. Now we have a horizontal slide, right? So it's up to you. You pick what you want to do. Right now we're doing the fade, and we don't have autoplay, which I actually think we should have. So I'll pop that in there. And then between slides, if you have autoplay, how long until the next slide goes? It just changes to 4 because 7 is a really long time. So let's try it out. Make sure this thing is working. Here's our fade. And if we wait about 4 seconds, it should, hopefully, automatically do its magic, and it did, and go to the next one. Clearly up to you. Main box. All right, so we got this little picture of the guys playing soccer. We got some information. And then if we come over here, we have the Xcel Advantage, because basically you can change your title. That's why it's called main box. We can't call it Xcel Advantage because you can come in here and have control over this. You can have control over what's going to pop up, and then whether it's going to be a picture link or something like that. So right now, obviously, we have the video. So if I come in here and I click this thing, cool, I get a light box pop up to watch the video. So like I said, you can change the title. Here's your YouTube link. So wherever you got a link from, maybe you're highlighting a player, whatever. You can set that, and then the picture, you need a picture that goes in here. So you can upload your picture, all right? Next is what we call your action bar, and that is this right here. Self-explanatory, there's your text, your information, and then the link. When someone clicks it, where's this going? When someone clicks this, where's it going? Okay. Banner box 1, that's this. And then these I'm going to go over real quickly because it's really simple. Here's the same things, the same concept of your main box. A pop-up, right? Same thing. Name of your box. If you're doing a YouTube video, there's a link. If not, I'm just going to do a picture light box, meaning it's just a picture. It's a pop-up of a large pop-up, just like the video. It just shows the picture. And then if you're doing something else. All right? Here's your shop. Same thing. You'll see this is the same concept of the other one, but this is your shop, right? So what we're having is same window link. That means never go to a site and you click it. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head right now. You go to a site and you click it, a link or something, and then a new window opens like this. Like this would be a new window. That opens, okay? Or if you click, it stays within the same window. So right now I clicked it. What happened? It stayed within the same window. So that's what this says. Same window link, new window link. So that's up to you. I would always keep it the same. That's good for SEO practices. That's my suggestion. And then your testimonials. On the home page, excuse me, on the home page you have testimonials right here. And we can cycle through these things. Boom, boom, boom. That's what we're doing, is we're choosing it. Okay, testimonial 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, meaning you have up to 5 testimonials on this home page. So if I click through this, I get 5. Okay, and then you can pick which one you want to show. Now, probably wondering, well, where's the testimonials coming from? Well, how do I get them in there? See this right here? This is where they come from. I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial because this one's already getting long as it is. So I'll come back to this section, a separate video on testimonials. But basically, if you've created a testimonial, it's going to show up in these drop downs. That's it. Pretty easy. Shop, as I said, we're not covering that. That's for another section. Layout settings. Here is your background that you can set. Okay, so hopefully this is not too confusing, but basically you have multiple athletes. You want to be able to control, hey, I want to put this guy in, these guys in this page, these guys in that page, that kind of a thing. So what we have is, one, your default backgrounds, meaning you have a default background, and I'm going to go over that in a second. You have a homepage background, which obviously are these two cats. We have a shop background, which is the same guys. You know, I can change that out. Just quick demo, you know. And then a shop detail background. So basically, these are your default pages. And like I said, I'll come back to that. So you can set these up. So if you ever want to change these out, we just delete and then upload a new set. And now these are your defaults. Okay, so maybe you want this, the girl and the lacrosse guy, to be your shop background, whatever. You could remove and then upload and save. Okay, but more importantly, and this is going to make a little bit more sense when I show you this, let's come over the, let's see, let's find the About page. So the About page, all right, I got these same two guys that are on the home page. Oh, well, I don't want those. So let's find the pages. About. And right now, it's important that you've watched those videos because now you know where I'm at under pages and it's going to make more sense to you, so hopefully you're not too lost. So here's your About page, right? And if we scroll down and see page background, we can see these two guys that we set in there, right? So I can remove this. update. Now we got the girl and the the tennis guy, right? Because we have not set anything. So by default, this is the one that shows up by default if I have not set anything for this particular page. Now remember, by default, the shop page had something showing. If I can even find the shop, oh, there we are. This is your default shop, unless I come in there and change that, which I wouldn't recommend. So by default, if you ever want to change your default page, you would go into the settings that we just started with the theme options, where you could set your default page, which are these two. Or you're making a new page and, hey, I want somebody different. I click the set page background, I get my pop-up box, I can upload it from my computer, or maybe you just want to put something different in there that's already set up. So here's are the images. So I click show, and then I would click set as page background. This right here sets it. Hope that makes sense. So watch, if I click it, mix it out, boom, there it is. So now that's overriding the default, which these are the default for this particular section. And if I save it, here's my new one, boom. Okay? Hopefully that's not messing with you too much. Alright, where are we? It's layouts. Okay, that's just for background. Got it. Social marketing. Easy here. If you enter in a URL, your link shows. So if I come in here and I pull out the Facebook URL, I know it's just a hashtag. That's kind of tricking the system, so to speak. I update this thing. Now your your Facebook's gone. See? Makes sense? Put this back. Update it, refresh. And we have, I just want to point this out. There's probably going to be a few little bugs and items I didn't notice before that I want to pick up on while we're doing videos, and I'm going to mention those, so don't freak out. Those are things that I'll make notes of and update. So right now, your Google Plus is not showing, so don't worry too much. I'll take care of that. Let me make a note real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Your newsletter, basically what email address you want to get this to, for the sign up. That's you or system info at whatever. Wait a minute, you're not doing newsletters. I apologize, man. We do so much development on WordPress sites, and a lot of times they come with newsletters. So that's my apology. We're going to take this out, so ignore this. I apologize. Obviously, the social stuff, but not this newsletter section. Typography. I recommend you really kind of and generally stay away from this in terms of your actual changing your. Basically, this is set up so you can change your fonts. So right now, this is your font setup. Maybe you want to use a different font. I wouldn't mess with that. You can also update your font for your content, like your general paragraphs, the font in your banner, your colors, actually your sizes, and then your bullet points. You might want to use that. So if you're doing like a bullet list, like a list of items, you can work with that. So we've set it up to be really powerful and able to edit your site. But again, I would leave the defaults as they are, because this is what it's designed for. And a lot of times people go in and start messing with the fonts and settings and styles, and they mess up their site, and then they don't even know they messed it up. However, your hyperlinks, I'll show that real quick, is something you can play with now. Real quick. Let's see, how about the about page? See this is your hyperlink. It's got an underline and it's orange. So maybe you don't like that. So what we could do is come in here and change this to, just do something goofy. I'm going to change this, don't worry. We'll do no underline. We're going to do our hover over effect, which we'll just do a stupid green and underline. Save. Thought I hit save, maybe I didn't. Going crazy. Thank you. Alright, what's going on here? There we are. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. So there's the new hyperlink color, and now it rolls, turns green with the underline rollover. So basically, that's the system default. So every time you add or make or create a hyperlink in your system, you don't have to go and remember what color it is, so it's universal, or what this. It automatically sets that for you. But then again, maybe you're happy with the settings that we have. So save. Deleting that out should put that back to system default. However, I think it looks better without that underline in there. And then it unroll over. Okay. Moving on. Pages. Your partners section. So, where are we? Partners, sponsors. Alright, so we have this little button right here, right? Become an official partner. There's your text, and there's your link. I don't know where it's going. That's something you're going to have to set. Contact page, same thing. Let's take a look. You have your form, which is all set up in the system. And then this is your picture and your link. So this is the title of that box. So the locker room, right? Here's your picture. And that's where it's going to. That kind of a thing, pretty easy. Sign up page. Where is it going when they click for sign up? For signing up for Xcel. Where's it going to? Okay. That's all under that. Members, I think, yeah, I'm not getting this. This is 17 minutes and way too long. Members, I'm going to cover another section because that's just going to throw you off too. So when we come back, we're going to, at least another video, is going to be one on members, one on shop, and those are the two meaty ones that I just, it's too much right now. You're probably ready to pull your face off after watching this particular section. Now, I promise that some of the other videos covering these other areas aren't as involved as this and long as this. There's a lot of different sections covered, and that's why it's taken so long. Other things like your testimonials or your slider, they're going to be really fast. So, don't freak out.